Laundryland Lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's DD, TexasOutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Corn futures quietly traded both sides of even yesterday, eventually closing 2 to 4 cents per bushel up. Soybeans were up while KC wheat was down, pressured yesterday by news that the U.S. is furnishing $68 million to buy up to 150,000 metric tons of Ukrainian wheat for donation to Africa. Some beneficial rains in Missouri overnight, with more expected into Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama. There is speculation that due to the recent hot, dry weather across the western high plains, that the states of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado may have lost as much as 500 million bushels of feed grain. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland open for Milo trucks this week 8 to 4:45, Anderson 7 to 3. Cargill is open 7 to 5 through Friday and 7 to 3 on Saturday. For help marketing your grains, 1-800-TUGGLE, Tuggle and Company, Corpus. I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm, and we're on the line with Brandon DeBose from DeBose Pipe, Panel, and Gate. This is what year they start?
Man, they started in 1976. Grandfather started this business, backyard in Lomita, Texas.
Brandon, describe your product line and services provided.
Yes, sir. We do entrances. We sell pipe. We sell livestock gates, pasture gates, heavy-duty corral gates. You know, any kind of gates you'd really need out there on your farm, your pasture, whatever it is.
The phrase that y'all use within the commercial is wholesale to the public.
We're under competitors' retail prices, and our panels are the first and only to ever have a lifetime warranty against any livestock. Our heavy-duty line, they're made out of a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe frame and 1 5/8 14-gauge rails, and they're going to weigh around 150 pounds. We're very confident in the way they're built, the material they're built out of. We're very confident in our employees that put these things together. And, man, there's nothing more frustrating than going buying a competitor's panel and setting up your pins and having a bull try to jump out of it and tear 3 or 4 panels, and there you are having to go buy 3 or 4 more. When ours, man, you bring that panel back, show us where they try to jump through to jump over, and if it's damaged by any livestock beyond use, let us know, man. We replace it, no questions asked.
Now, you offer financing, too.
We go through a company called Sweet Pay Financing. It's been a very handy tool.
You're at the Lomita location. Give us your phone number for the Lomita location.
Lomita location, we can be reached at area code 512-752-3200.
And the website?
www.dubospanels.com.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from yesterday. The national pork carcass cutout value looks like it was $268 lower at $118.47. The belly was down $12.28, with the butt, the rib, and the ham also lower. Federally inspected hog slaughter on Wednesday, 478,000 head. That brought the weekly total of 1.396 million head, 10,000 head below last week, 23,000 head fewer versus last year. Wholesale box prices lower on Wednesday afternoon. Choice box down $1.10 at $264.34. The Select $123 lower at $237.89. The Choice Select spread $26.45. Wednesday's cattle slaughter 126,000 head. Week to date 372,000 head. That is up 2,000 head from last week. 13,000 head larger than last year. Looks like the Fed Cattle Exchange said no sales on 1,203, with bids at 137 to 140.50. Asking prices still 140 to 142. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. MG Building Materials reminds you to start your next project today with an MG personal credit card. No interest if paid in full within 6 months. Apply for your card at any MG Building Materials store. Get all the information at mgbuildingmaterials.com. Remember, those stores are San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Kerrville, Pleasanton, and Uvalde. Call that Uvalde store at 2301 East Main Street at 830-278-4439. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We're getting ready for a San Sabas sale. Ken, what's it going to look like for Thursday?
You bet, Larry. As of around 5:30 or so, 6 o'clock on Wednesday evening, we got a little over 2,000 head of cattle already on the yards, about right close to 600 cows, about 30-something bulls. And so I'm kind of looking at that 2,500, probably something in that range is rolling up with the way the market is, good as it is, and still these drier conditions. We are are looking, as you and I just talked, about some pretty good rain potentials, hopefully starting today and then moving on in through next week, Larry. So let's hope that occurs, cooler temperatures and everything.
Yep.
It'll sure help out our countryside.
It sure will. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Give us a call, Larry. Code 325-372-5159. Also, updating information on our big female sale we got next Saturday on the 27th of August. Over 3,300 head, Larry. Go to jordan.cattle.com.
We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you after the sale.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm on the line with Stephen. He's in the outside sales department at D&D. Stephen, when I look out there, I see lots of deer blinds and feeders. Talk to us about them.
Larry, now is the time to get a blind or a feeder from us here. We carry All Seasons, Lamco, The Judge. We also carry Atascosa and T-Box deer blinds.
Tell everybody how to contact you at D&D.
You can reach us here at 830-379-7340, extension 260.
We are on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, Fredericksburg. We had a cattle sale. How'd that thing turn out?
It turned out good, Larry. We didn't quite get our 1,400. I think we ended up with like 1,270 or 80, somewhere around there. Market was awful good. Cows and bulls were probably steady, maybe 1-2 higher. On the steer cattle, I'm going to say they were probably 6 to 10 higher, and on the heifers, probably 6 to 10 higher. And even some of these planer cattle were, it was kind of hard to move that on some of the crossbred cattle, the planer cattle. They were even probably 4 to 5 higher than what they have been. So I thought we got along real well. We sold some, cattle up over 500 pounds, up to 215, 16, somewhere in there, which I thought that was awful good. Some 4-weight cattle, sure up to 225 and on the steer end. And then on the 3 to 4 weight cattle, probably up to about 230 on the better ones. And on the heifer mates, kind of, those 5 weight cattle, 5 to 6 weight cattle, bring up to $182 on the top end on the heifers, and the 4 to 5 weights up to $185. Some of those lighter heifers kind of up to $190, which is sure considerably better than it's been. So I thought we got along real well.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for sheep and goats next Tuesday and cattle on Wednesday in Fredericksburg.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Sean, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Maybe this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, the Robstown location, 361-767-7473, pipemovers.com, pipe, steel, and fencing, the Robstown location. We are on the line with Jim Wheeler from Atascosa Livestock. Jim, how'd the sale go at the exchange this week?
Cow market was steady, and the calf market was steady to a touch better in spots. Touch better on the lighter calf.
Walk the pins with us.
All right, ended up with 350 yesterday, 126 steers, 120 heifers, 87 cows, and 15 bulls. Steer side, 2 to 3 weights, $1.65 to $2.27. Heifers were $1.40 to $1.68. 3 to 4 weight steers, $1.60 to $2.18. Heifers were $1.35 to $1.70. 4 to 5 weight steers, $1.50 to $1.95. Heifers were $1.25 to $1.65. 5 6 weight steers, $1.35 to $1.70. Heifers were $1.20 to $1.60. 6 7 weight steers, $1.25 to $1.57. Heifers were $1.10 to $1.40. 7 to 8 weight steers, $1.15 to $1.38. Heifers were $1.05 to $1.35. 8 to 9 weight steers, $90 to $1.25, and the heifers were $90 to $1.15.
What about the cows?
$1.58. It was steady from last week. Best packer cow brought 79.5. Best bull brought 96. A few bred cows went back to the country. They brought from 325 to 950. Kept one little pair together. She brought $810 there Tuesday.
What do you know for next week?
Well, our rain chances are pretty slim, but I imagine it'll pick back up next week. It was pretty wet here on Monday. Drizzled all day. Should have anywhere 500-600 next week, I'm guessing.
Good. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
Jim, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you before the next sale. Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. Neighbor, let's take a look at the sale from Seguin. Brian Linsman's father-in-law passed away, so Brian's not to be able to be on the air with us today, so I'm going to do my best to do the report. The market trend says Packer cows and bulls were steady with last week, and the stocker cattle 1 to 2 higher. They had 1,109 head of cattle and 563 sheep and goats. Medium and large frame number 1 steers 2 to 3, 135 to 216, 3s to 4s 154 to 216, 4 to 5s 145 to 204, 5 to 6s 137 to 179, 6 to 7s 148 to 169, and 7 to 8 weight steers 130 to 160. Number 1 medium and large frame heifers 2s to 3s 103 to 173, 3 to 4s 128 to 170, 4 to 5s 131 to 162, 5 to 6s 132 to 162, 6 to 7 50s 131 to 149. The cows, utility and commercial 67 to 84, the cutters 39 to 66, and the canners 20 to 38. They didn't have any palpated young cows, no middle-aged cows, and the cow-calf pairs brought anywhere from 300 to 1075. The bulls, high yield in 95 to 105, light to low yield in 45 to 94, and sheep and goat, young nannies 160 to 290, kid goats 220 to 265, the wethers 2 to 295, thin and old nannies 90 to 150, the smaller, thinner kids 150 to 210, and the billies 150 to 260. The Barbados ewes 75 to 125, Barbados lambs it looks like it's 2 to 282. The small old ewes 35 to 70, the small thin lambs $1.30 to 195. The wool bucks 120 to 165, and the Barbados bucks sold them by the head looks like about $400. Neighbor, there's the results from Seguin Cattle Company. Brian will be back with us this next week. Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing, pipemovers.com. We are on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
You got it, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignments and to our buyers. Last week, we ended up with our largest sale of the year with a head count of 1,113 head of cattle. The market was steady, too softer on the feeders and stronger on the pack.
Walk the pins with us.
Number 1 steers 2 to 3 weight, 189 to 225. 3 and 4 is 168 to 223. 4 and 5 weights 159 to 190. 5 and 6 is 151 to 168. 6 and 7 is 147 to 160, and the 7 and 8 weights 144 to 151. On the heifers 2 to 3 weight, 165 to $2. 3 and 4 is 157 to 215. 4 and 5 weights 151 to 165. 5 and 6 is 148 to 166. 6 and 7 is 138 to 151, and no test on the 7 and 8 weight heifers. We had 6 Packer bulls. High yielding was from 85 up to $1.02, and medium 61 to 75. 201 Packer cows. High yielding 79 up to 90, medium 50 to 65, and the low end 22 to 40 cents on the low end. We had 5 breds last week, and they brought from 800 to 1,000.
What do you know for this week?
Well, at the present time, we've got 507 head checked in and looking for maybe about 650, maybe 700 come sale time. In our count today, we've got 105 Packers, 22 palpates, 2 pair, 2 bottle calves, and the rest are yearlings. We were blessed with 2.6 inches of rain last week, and I see more to come in the forecast.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
For any questions, please call Waylon Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
Y'all be careful. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, 361-852-5207, Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in August, D's plus 90, 1254. Houston, D's plus 90, 1254. Progresso, D's plus 120, 1307. Yellow corn to Corpus in August, September plus 140, 755. Progresso, December plus 200, 812. Hard red winter wheat, no bid to Corpus. Houston, September plus $1, 951. Houston beans, August, September delivery, November less 15, 1375. East Texas, Oklahoma cotton, 119.32 to 121.57. 619 bales sold at an average price of 120.46. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact, all because you're the best darn farm show listener. And I'm your host. My name's Larry Marble. You're my neighbor. Neighbor, good day to you. God bless. Take care of yourself. See you down the road.